Hi, I'm Danny Fowler and the owner of the Etiquette School of Florida. And I've given hundreds of talks on etiquette and interview skills, and I've given all the advice on what to do, but I'm realizing there are some things you're doing that may be blowing it. Now, you've sent in your resume, you've sent in your cover letter, you've sent in your reference letter, you've done it all. You may have even gotten through, just squeaked by with one of the telephone interviews. And then you go in for the live interview and you blow it. And you may not even be realizing why you're blowing it. But there are three common mistakes that people make that they don't know what they're doing. The first is your body language. Now, you may think this is pretty simple. Don't cover your arms. Don't look like you're sad and lonely when you walk in the door and insecure, right? But there are a couple things that you may not be realizing you're doing. Many HR people are now studying body language, and they know when you're blowing it. First off that you may be doing is scratching your nose. What does this mean? It might mean you're lying. The other one's covering your mouth when you talk. He's hiding something. And the telltale sign usually is when they keep looking, or you keep looking, down to the right. You're talking and you're telling something, but your shoulders are saying something different and your eyes are saying something different. So beware of that. Avoid those things. They make your interview very uncomfortable and may lose your job. Okay, the second one that you may not be aware of is what not to talk about. Now, your interviewer shouldn't ask you these questions, but if you bring up something personal, it sort of opens the door to more questions that you may not want to ask. So don't tell them about your boyfriend. Don't tell them what you do on Friday nights. Don't tell them about your dog. Don't tell them about anything that you think could cause them to have a negative reaction. And if they go there and they ask you something like, are you married? Are you planning on having children? Then change the subject, because they shouldn't ask you that, and it's illegal. If you want to change the subject, just say, I'm so excited about this job. Let's just stick with the resume. I want to tell you about this one particular thing, and go back that way. They shouldn't be asking you to start with. Okay, third one that I think is pretty obvious, but maybe not. You go in for an interview and they ask you, what do you think about a certain part of their company? And you look dumbfounded. I don't know. Don't ever say that, of course. But if you're sitting there and you can't think of something to say, it's your own fault. You should have done your research. You should know about the company and its culture. And if you want, you can always go a week ahead of time and hang out in the lobby and see what it looks like. See where the people go, what they dress, what they talk about, and then do your research online. Really know the company if you want to get a job there. Because if you don't know the company, why would they think you could fit in? Those are just a few tips on what not to do in an interview. If you want to learn some tricks and tips and secrets of what to do to help your interview, give us your name and your email address, and we'll be glad to send you 10 top tips. 10 top tips. Say that 3 times fast. Of what you can do to ace your interview. For now, this is Danny Fowler with the Etiquette School of Florida, hoping you are having a fabulous day.